We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And off we go from Dallas. Xavier Gipson now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the 25-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. Back to throw. Here's Dak. Has him on the quick hitter. And give him about 4. Nothing beyond the catch. And hit got there quickly.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. There's an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. There's a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Small gain on the play, maybe 4 yards. That is good for a Cowboy first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Williams now on first and 10. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Hits him on the in route. And he takes this one up to the 41, so that makes a very manageable now 3rd and short. Well, that right there is more of what we expect from him, right, Brock? Didn't get to see that much a week ago. Really held in check by great defensive efforts.
But what was great to see in that is he was kept quiet. Everybody else made plenty of noise to ensure they could get the win. Now, a week later, I know these receivers are the good ones. They want their touches.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And he gets him around 6 there. Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Dak to the air here. Look is there, but so is a defender. That hit forces the drop, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 start. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of ball can hit the ground on this side.
Leading 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. To throw, Prescott. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And the kick is dropped. She had the turnover in his hands. Couldn't hang on to it. That's going to be an incomplete pass, though. Going to make it fourth down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. In the opening drive, the game ends in 3 points.
I'm going to call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season, you won't. In that case, it went right through.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Great spot to start a drive in here. The Ravens set it up 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Let's say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. That right there is exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D-tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, and knocks down that runner.
Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. Now a hit, and Jackson loses the ball. And the Cowboys scoop it up. And they limit the damage on the return. A turnover.
When you choose not to slide as a quarterback, Matt, that's what can happen. And those Predators feel that prey, and they go after. Not only do they want to hit the quarterback, to hit him and knock the ball out, that is just a worthy celebration on that sidelines.
Now running here with Jaden Blue. And I'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now. Already we're seeing the mind games they can play with personnel. You talk about this all the time, Brock. Look like a passing set. Left them some room on the ground.
10, 11, heck, even 20 personnel. Doesn't matter. Offensively, you get to dictate the terms. Kind of like those pitchers and catchers that once in a while will pitch backwards. Keep your opponent off guard.
And all it can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down. Showing some patience in their ground game early here, Brock. Continuing to feed their guy despite the lack of results so far.
I know this will sound kind of silly, but you've got to run the ball to run the ball. And what I mean by that, there's no way to get this run game going is unless you continue to give him the rock to try to warm it up.
Here he is on 3rd and short. And the defender's there to knock this away. That effort means it's 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
For the Cowboys field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for him.
Okay, I call that a win-win in the first half. You win on the scoreboard, obviously, by adding 3 and adding to your lead. But you also win mentally, making your opponent know if they make a mistake, you're going to capitalize.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball at the 35 to begin this drive. The Ravens in very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. This is Henry to start the drive. Given 9 yards, he almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
It's not just wide receivers that can write books and want the ball more, Kate. Really elite running backs, when they don't get the number of touches they know that they can produce with, they tend to bark a little bit too. I bet you he gets more carries, a lot more than he did 1 week ago.
That's a short gain of 1, and that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Lamar off the play fake. He rolls to his right. And receive isn't going to be answered. That's incomplete as an exciting look ends our 1st quarter. So we're through 1. It's the Cowboys out in front. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They start out 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Henry. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Malik Hooker with the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down, they need 7. Now it's Lamar. Forced that to his right. He's going to run for it. Toward the sideline, and out of bounds he goes. Play gains about 12. That's going to set up a Ravens 1st down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. To the ground by D. Winters. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now here's Lamar. And that one's going to be incomplete. 3rd down coming up.
Just about every play in an NFL game usually has a protagonist name tag. It's a good and a bad. A good there, courage of that wide receiver. The bad, just could not haul it in.
To the air on 3rd and long. Has his man, it's cut by Andrews. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
From the pistol, Henry. His progress is stopped for the next 5-yard gain before it was. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice game.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust, right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
Headed out right. Now he takes it. He's out of bounds, running around the 10. That's enough to make this 1st and goal.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
They'll run here with Henry. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Brought in. And he will score. Touchdown, Ravens. Mark Andrews on the 12th play of that series. Is Tyler Luke now on for the extra point. And this attempt is up, and it is good. And they'll take the lead.
Ravens 7, Cowboys 6.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Gibson now to return. And in the end, only able to get this up to his 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Dak off the play fake. That's Pickens with a catch out right. He was brought down here, but they will take it 18 yards and a 1st. Well, hold on a second. We've got a Raven hurting pretty good out there. They're going to head out to look at him. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Straight ahead with Williams. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Now we've got whistles, but not for delay of game. They were able to get a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Second down now. They need 7. Prescott now off the play fake. And he's going to be taken down back at the 39. Calais Campbell. 6 sacks a year ago, and now this is first of the season. Now, not much scoring to this point since we've reached our 2-minute warning. Stay with us. More from AT&T Stadium coming up. It's a nickel set for the Ravens. 3rd down. Here's Dak. Escapes out to the left. Firing it deep, left side. This is caught inside the 15. And stops at the 1. All right, so they're going to have to get that final yard. They're going to have to earn it. 1st and goal.
That's so good, Kate. That is just such good quarterbacking 101 right there. He escapes the pocket. He keeps his eyes down the field, and because of it, well, he found an explosive.
Design quarterback run here. And he gets in. Touchdown! They broke out the design. One from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Rock, hey, QB, do your thing. Get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That run may not have got you a first.
Yards on the pickup. It's second.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Here's Lamar. Andrews has it, work in the middle. Brought down after getting his guys about 26 yards. That is good for a Baltimore 1st down.
26 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
Play action, here's Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. And that's incomplete, only because of the hit line, though. A good defensive play to bring up 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Throwing on 2nd, Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and that hit knocks it free, incomplete.
Okay, this defense finally said it. Ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
Third and long for him here. Buys time, rolling right. He's making a bid for it. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense in that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there. Now Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. It looks like he picks up around 3 before this takes him out of bounds.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Picked up a few on that first down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7. Prescott set to pass. Delivers another one to Williams. And they're going to get to him, bring him down after allowing about 13 on the play. And that's going to give Dallas the first down. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
Timing is everything in life. And timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Still at the 40 here, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Prescott. Flushed out now to his left. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. One final shot before the half. Into the hands of Kickett. Tackle finally comes in well downfield. That's a gain of about 26. And that's going to give the Cowboys a first down. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. 3rd quarter starts with a run from Henry. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Check it in by Hill, right side. Good work by this offense as they get about 20 on the play before the defense stops them. And that's going to bring up a Ravens first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Ravens.
Out of the gun, give to him. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
On the move, headed right. He can run it. And this is going to be out of bounds, so a gain of about 13 on the play. That's going to set up a Ravens first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. Only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
He's going to be forced out after he picks up about 19 yards. That is good for a Baltimore first down.
Haven't been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate. I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at him and go make a point.
And right away, he just throws that one to another neighborhood. I think we're all a little confused at that, and we do have a flag for grounding now. Some yardage lost and first down lost too with that grounding flag. This is second and long. Running it after the penalty. And that's not what the offense styled on. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down. These last two snaps may have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on third down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here who's got to compensate for two negative plays.
Chase step, they get to him and they drop him, and that's going to knock them out of field goal range. Rashawn Gary. And that brings up fourth and very, very long.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
A 62-yard attempt.
Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And they fail to cut the lead in half. It stays at 6.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
A run with Williams. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Prescott now to throw on third down. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Trying down the middle with Henry. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. And in the middle of all that chaos and traffic, look at that. It was their safety who ran in to clean that up.
Yeah, with their size and where they come from on the field, it's pretty cool. They love those opportunities to blitz, kind of hide behind their defenders and their peers, and then go finish the tackle.
Now second down throw for Jackson. Gets this one to Andrews. Good work there, adding a little chunk after that catch as he gets it ahead for 8 yards. Make this 3rd and short. Not going to read at the line. Turning to Henry on third. Trying to plow ahead for the first. Can't even get back to the line. That brings up fourth down. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Swapping to a different play here. Fourth down. Here's Jackson. He finds him beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They hit for 16 yards on fourth down and a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out. He's going to carry on. All right, so the offense staying out there. They've got first down now inside the 45. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he stops, so that's going to take us to the end of the third. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Lamar back to throw. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Cowboys get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
This linebacker is a quarterback's nightmare. It's one thing for these guys in the field linebackers on their tackles or sideline to sideline, but to have one who can legitimately take the ball away, as he did last week and now today, that's a problem.
Here's Williams to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that raw the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Off the play fake, hits Prescott. And he can't find a connection on 2nd down. That incompletion means it is 3rd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Dak out of the pistol. And he's going to be brought down back at the 13-yard line. And that's going to leave this offense facing a 4th and forever 22. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
This is Henry on 2nd. He'll scrape together a few yards, but not much. 3rd down coming up. Looking quickly here. Now Jackson on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You never ever as an offense like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Running for it. Here's Henry. And backs against the wall there. They find a way to convert on 4th down.
Winning, losing, tied, driving for the win. If you're running it on 4th down in the 4th quarter, Kate, you better be sure you can make that marker.
Now it's Lamar. There goes that man again, but a defender on time this time. Hit forces the football out, incomplete. We've got second down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time. Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Here he goes, third and long. Forced out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. To the sideline, and he's going to be out of bounds. He gained about 14 before he stepped out, and that's going to bring up a Ravens first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Buys time, rolling right. Oh, lost control of another one. The Cowboys scoop it up. So they steal away possession and add some extra yards to their offense after that fumble return. What an incredible drive they had authored, Brock. But all that progress, pardon the pun here, just fumbled away.
I couldn't say it better myself.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's second down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Last run got him 7. Here comes second and 3. A third down run with Blue. They rally to him after a gain of about 7. That effort enough. They've got the first down. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it could be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
A handoff for Williams, running left. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be second down. Well, you've taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. D coordinators love to dial it up.
And understandably, they're happy to just let this clock